So, hi guys. Let me start with what has prompted this story time. Okay, we get to the root. This is something I posted today during daytime around what time was it? 1 p.m. A few minutes after 1 p.m. I'm currently filming this at 11 p.m. same day. Okay. So this was my story. It was on my Insta story, it was on my Facebook story, it was on my Facebook reel, it was on my TikTok page, it was on my WhatsApp, it was on my Instagram highlights. Guys, sorry for the voice, ne? I have a cold. So here's what I said. Yes, the last day I had sex was 29th September, which is actually true. I'm not lying. It has not been easy, yes, trust me, with this cold. The weather has been acting up for the past 3-4 days, almost a week. But I know what I am doing and what I want. Yeah, that's personal to me. I fear these men a lot. Men nowadays don't believe in condoms. They allow their erection determine their direction. It is for us ladies to take the initiative. Force him to use a condom, babe, because if he cares atasikiza. Akikataa, wacha atembe makubwa makubwa. Don't allow love and lust give you an unwanted pregnancy, HIV, and all other fatal STDs. Be 70% sure that that man will leave you when he's done damaging you and your life. But anyways, it's a free world. Actually, don't have any issue with that post. Many people, like 90% of the people who viewed and interacted with that post, liked it, and they appreciated my openness about such topics. And that is what led me to this story time, because I was like, let it be more than a post. Let it be more of you guys learning from my own story. And as we say on this channel, these are not my stories. These are case studies I've picked from movies and series and combined the way I've wanted and loved to, because I have that freedom and I have come and I will always come to narrate to you guys like it's my story. If you know, you know. So of course I'm going to humorize this story because it's not about being sad here. I want us to have fun, for you people to pick lessons and learn at the same time. So ensure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let us dive in today's story time. So let me begin with how I met the guy. Let us call the guy Miguel. Miguel is actually an international name, so you cannot pin that name on yourself. So Miguel was my neighbor then, currently not. So he was my neighbor, and we started interacting when I was looking for some certain goods that I wanted delivered in my house. And a friend shared the contact, someone who was also living in the complex, in the building. And I got the number, and I didn't even know his face. You know, this is a number that I've been shared to, and I don't know the person. Of course, I'm looking forward to getting whatever I want, paying, of course. You know, I'm such a cool person, by the way. I don't like much interaction with people nowadays, generally people. But of course, if I have to interact with you, I'll ensure a lot of respect is involved, a lot of understanding is involved, a lot of completion, and what is it called, accountability in whatever business we are doing together or whatever we want to achieve together. So Miguel, let's start by saying Miguel was very handsome. He was very good looking. Trust me guys, he was very good looking. I liked his aura. He was a cool guy, very respectful, because I called him the first time we got to interact. I called him, and that time he was not available, but he told me, because we were neighbors, so he told me, when I'm back, I'll ensure I bring you whatever I want, whatever you want, because it's a supply he was doing of items. So I was like, okay, it's cool, I'm a homebody, that time I was not going out as much, because what I was doing that time was going for my driving classes, maybe going out with friends, and maybe going for shopping, and yeah, that's all. So majority of the time I was in my house. So Miguel came through, brought me the items, I paid him on time. We didn't talk much. It was just a situation of, oh, here it is, and I'm like, thank you, and here's your money, thank you, enjoy your night. That's all. And that happened severally. Let me tell you, it was not once or twice or thrice. It happened like, let's say 10 times, almost 20, if I can remember correctly. So in those interactions, small interactions we had, I got to see he's actually a nice person. You know, there's a way you can relate to someone, you're like, this person, they're just nice, they just a vibe. Then he took the lead as usual. Please, ladies, allow the man to take the lead, because the moment you take the lead, be sure, 99% sure, you'll take the lead for the rest of the relationship, leading towards your heartbreak. That's another story time we'll get to some other time. So Miguel, one fine evening, he called me. It was on a Friday. He called me, and I was like, okay, why is he calling me? And I'm like, okay, let me pick up, you never know. So I pick up, and he's like, hi Bella, okay, I've been meaning to have a conversation with you, and I'm somewhere right now, but I was hoping, if you allow me, I can pass by your house. And I was thinking, I was like, okay, no problem, because the time he wanted to pass by my house, it wasn't that late for me to say I cannot allow a stranger past this time, because it was early for me. It was early, so there was not this thing of me saying no, come tomorrow, nini. So I was like, okay, no problem, you'll find me around. I don't have any plans today, sorry. What am I saying? Today. So yeah, and plus I told you guys the interactions we had. I had already vibed with him at a certain level, and he was a nice guy. Like, I didn't have any issues with him. He never had any disrespect. You know how sometimes you meet guys who you strictly want to do business with, but they start bringing funny things around. Like, I have personally had interactions with some photographers, especially, let me not even say where, and you'll find they kind of want to be cocky. I mean, I'm paying for whatever, I'm paying for everything. Why do you want to, hug me in some type of way, flirt with me in some type of way, and you can see I'm uncomfortable? That's why, let me tell you, I'm digressing. So Miguel came through. He came with a bottle of wine, he came with goodies and everything, and I was like, okay, what's the occasion? And he was like, I've been meaning to talk to you for a long time, but you're a closed person. Like, I don't see you out, I don't see you, like, I literally didn't even know you live in this complex. Up to the time you called me and I came to your house, I didn't even know who lives in this house. And I was like, yeah, I'm such a private person. By the way, I am a private person. I'm an ambivert, but most of the times I am an introvert, so I like keeping to myself, keeping to my own company. I feel safer that way. But yeah, so we were talking, vibing, and it was like, I like you, and I'm like, okay, I also liked him. Let me not lie, I also liked him. And yeah, Miguel was like, I like your vibe. Like, we got to have deeper conversations, and he was like, you're actually a smart lady, like, for your age. Oh my god. And that is something I usually get. Let me tell you, if you interact with me, you'll realize I'm actually not what my resting bitch face can fast forward. So Miguel, after a few more house visits, there was nothing sexual at that point, but let me tell you something. As a lady, please don't allow a guy to completely define a situation, because he didn't define me as a girlfriend, but he defined me as someone he's interested in, someone he admires, someone he would like to keep in his life forever. Oh man, the ghetto. So Miguel asked me, are you dating? Of course, way forward, I'm not talking about that time he came to visit me, way forward, because he came to visit more times. He will bring me a few things, let me call them gifts also, if you can call them, whatever. Then Miguel asked me, are you single? And I was like, yes, actually I am very single right now, extremely. And guys, I was single, I'm not lying, I was. And he told me I'm also single, and I'm like, okay, that's nice, so why are you asking? Oh man. He was like, yeah, it's because I really feel you and I want us to have something. And I don't know, I didn't personally, come to think about it, I didn't like him that much to want a definition of something. I personally didn't want anything serious at that point, because I was coming from a relationship that didn't heartbreak me but had disoriented my life. You know, I had to move out from home. A lot of things happened between me and that other, I don't know, let me call him just an ex, because that is what he is, an ex. So he was like, okay, and I'm like, fine, you know, I'm down for this, because guys, I was lonely. Let me say that I was lonely, and I was like, I need someone, you know, let me have someone mopping up my bed, let me have someone showering me with gifts, you know, just give me the good vibes. I'm here for it. I love being loved. So I almost forgot this part because it's very essential for this story time to make sense. Miguel mentioned this on a light note. You know, there's a way someone can tell you something and you're like, okay, this person is actually serious, you know, or this person is touching on a serious issue. But there's a way someone can tell you and just like, okay, doesn't sound like it's important, but my oh my, I should have done my own due diligence. I should have. So Miguel told me that I am single, but I have this ex-girlfriend of mine who is so overprotective, who is always showing up at my house uninvited, you know, unexpected. Like the ex-girlfriend, let's call her Tankare. Let's call her Tankare because yo guys, you'll know why. You'll know. So Tankare, Miguel was telling me Tankare would, you know, wouldn't take it kindly if he had females in his house, if he was seeing any female. And I was like, I don't know why I didn't dig deeper or ask him, like, how does someone have such kind of authority over you if you have not allowed it? You get it? But coming back to the point that I didn't want anything serious with him. Like, guys, I just wanted to get over this other ex of mine, you know. So I was like, no problem. I will not be coming to your house. I don't even care. Like, I don't care. Like, me, as long as you come in, giving me the gifts, warming up my bed, you know, spending time with me, and even the goods I was buying from him, he started giving me the goods for free. And I was like, you know what, Maisha land down. So this is the part where the Tankare name for the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend, man, today anyway. So it was on what do we call it, like it was on a busy month. I don't want to give details because it might give out information that I don't want it to be out there, you know, for the, you know, sensitivity of even the parties involved, because I have no beef with them. Like the Tankare girl, I don't even know her up to date. I've never even known her names, like her full names. Even the Miguel, the guy Miguel, we don't talk anymore, but he texted me I think last week, and I was like, you know what, blocker. So this fine night, Miguel had, so I'd already moved out of that complex because of, you know, my own preference and my own safety, because that ex who I was trying to get over was kinda stalking me and, you know, doing the most, like things that I didn't expect him to do, because I was like, we are done. Why are you falling up on my life? You know, like he will even show up at my place unannounced, and I was like, you know, let me do this, let me just shift, because I cannot deal with this. So guys, this fine night, Miguel called me and he was like, hey, where are you? Like, since you moved out, like, we don't hang out anymore, I miss you, like, I want to be around you. And I'm like, okay, you know, I was still single. you know. And I was like, yeah, why? Okay, what are you up to tonight? And he's telling me, you know what, I want to be up to with you. So where are you right now? I'm gonna send an Uber to pick you up. Like, come over, and I'm at my cousin's place. We are having drinks, we are having fun, we are, you know, we are vibing and everything. And I was like, okay, you know what, I'm free, and you know, I'm vibing. There was an occasion in my life that time that I was celebrating like for almost a month, and I was like, that specific night I didn't have any specific plan. I think I'd cancelled a few plans with friends, because guys, as I said, sometimes I prefer staying alone, because staying with a group of people sometimes drains me a lot. So now being like, let me go hang out with Miguel, for some reason I was just like, let me go. Like, I miss him. Like, guys, he was the best. When I tell you, in that game, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. So I pulled up. Miguel, you know, hugged me with all the love. Like, guys, one thing I can tell you about that guy, he's not a bad guy. He's not completely bad. Let me just phrase it like that, because anytime I will hang around him, I will feel safe, I will feel understood, I will feel heard. Like, there's no point he ever made me feel weird. Like, he would listen to me, we would share conversations that I don't think I've ever shared with somebody else, and he appreciated me. Like, he made me feel valued, and that's why I didn't mind being around him, because it was so safe. Like, I knew I'm safe with him, or so I thought. So after, because it was like a small gathering, but you know, in that gathering, let me tell you where, you know, the shit started smelling in the room. When we were in that place, it was his cousin's house. I remember the people I found there were like giving me weird looks, like looks of, you shouldn't be here, like, who are you, why is Miguel with you? And I was like, you know what, let me ignore, because I'm not here for you guys. But you know what, I'm not gonna stay long. I'm not gonna stay here for long. And I remember another guy, if you know, you know, called me and was like, where are you? I really want to see you. And I'm like, you know what, I don't like late night calls, let me tell you. Actually, someone had called me involving this like 1 hour ago. Right now it's 11:30, and I'm like, why would you call me 10:30? Don't you think I have a life? Me, if you don't call me earlier and make me plan prior, actually call me 2 days before, I am not showing up. I don't care what you have to offer. My time is my money. So let's not digress. So sorry guys for saying so. You know, let's survive. Miguel, so I tell this guy, I cannot come today, let's reschedule for tomorrow, because I was telling you guys, I was celebrating something so important to me, and I was just vibing with life, you know. I was on another level. So I tell the guy that you know what, let's schedule for tomorrow. Right now I'm at home, I want to sleep. And then he was like, you're in a place with noise. And I'm like, don't worry, that's none of your business. He was like, okay girl, you know what, let's meet up tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, good night, bye. So I tell Miguel, can we leave? Like, I don't feel comfortable staying here anymore. And he was like, yeah, actually we were supposed to leave. I didn't also want you to stay here, because these guys kind of have issues with me. You know, he started giving me stories on top of stories, and I was like, I don't care. Let's go to your house, wind up the night our way, and you know, tomorrow I chuck, go home, do my own shenanigans. I have another date tomorrow, okay? So Miguel, we took an Uber. We went now to the complex I had moved out from. So we don't go to Miguel's house, because I knew his house number. And I'm asking Miguel, because you know it we're using the elevator. So I'm expecting the elevator will probably stop at, let me give you the example. It's probably going to stop at floor 5. And it doesn't. It proceeds to floor number 10. And I'm like, your house, it's not on this floor. Where are we going? You know, because I already told him I'm tired. I want us to wind up this night. So he was like, no, you know what? I forgot my house keys at my cousin's place. I didn't want to tell you to stress you, but no worries. I have a friend of mine who is not around, but he has left his house keys at his neighbor's place. It was a whole story, but at that point I'm tipsy. I'm not thinking. I'm just I'm not there. I just want to have fun, wind up the night, relax. Like, I was in no mood for drama or bad jokes or anything bad. You man. So we get to his friend's house and we are there, like, removing. So now this is where Tankare comes in. That specific night, he was the one buying liquor. He bought the liquor because I was around. That's what I was told. So he bought, I think, almost 5 bottles of Tanqueray, and we are only like 4 people in that place. Me, him, the cousin, and I think the girlfriend, and another dude. So we were like 5. You can imagine 5 people with Tanquerays, which means everybody has his or her own bottle. Okay. So we had carried, I think, 2 bottles of Tanqueray. So we got to the house, placed them there. I put my handbag over there, removed my shoes, we on that vibe, like, get that t-shirt off. Guys, we reached the bedroom. Things were going down nicely. Phone calls started. The phone kept ringing. His phone. Mine was obviously silent. Let me tell you one thing about me. These streets have taught me to keep my business clean. If you keep your business clean, you'll be able to get away with a lot, honey. You will be able to get away with a lot. So Miguel's phone rings and rings, like, consecutively. It's like this person, it's an emergency. And I tell him, all up, because he was on top of me. I'm like, all up, you know what? Excuse, pick up that phone call. Probably someone needs you, someone is in danger, because that is not normal. And he's telling me, no, ignore, like, you want me, right? I'm here, have me. Hey, we continue. No sooner had we changed styles, the door was banged. You could actually think the GSU were in that complex. You see those police officers, I think they're called the GSU. If I'm wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong. So the door was being banged violently. You see how someone can bang, like you owe them money, like you owe them rent? I don't even think a landlord can bang like that. I don't think so. So what followed after the bangs were screams. And Tanqueray was outside shouting. I didn't even know about Tanqueray. I've even given her a name because we had to give her a name. Personally, I didn't even know she existed because I was told it's an ex-girlfriend who is... So I never cared because it's an ex. Like, some exes can be dramatic, because I also had that dramatic ex. I knew these things can happen, but I didn't know it would get to this level. So Tanqueray is knocking and screaming. She's like, "Open! Miguel, I know you are in there with another girl!" About this. So Miguel, man, empty brain. So Miguel, at that point our activities are on hold, like we are sitting, and he tells me, "Bella, do this, please wake up, go, I'll close the bedroom door." At this point I'm not even coordinating what is happening because I am tipsy. I think I can even say I was tipsy. I can't say I was drunk. I was heavily tipsy, but I was able to know what's going on. So he tells me, "Bella, I need you to wake up. I'll close this bedroom door. I stay inside. Just go tell that lady that now he wanted me. No, this is what he wanted me to say. Go and say, let me give his name and name. His friend. Remember, he took me to his friend's apartment. So let's call this guy Chain. So he told me, go and tell her. At that point he had told me, I know it's that girl. I know it's that crazy ex of mine. So he tells me, go and tell Tanqueray that you and Chain have not seen me, but we were what what exactly did he tell me? Like, he wanted it to seem like I was in the house with Chain, not him, just to disqualify any doubt, to just ensure this lady doesn't come inside the house. You know, like, I'm in a towel. I'm in a towel, guys. I'm in a towel, naked, no slippers, no nothing, towel. So I'm like, okay. So I tie my towel properly, and I'm like, okay, let me go see what's happening. Like, I'm calm, because when you realize someone is too angry and their anger level is above here, sometimes you just need to tread carefully, because anything can happen. You've had stories of people being killed, people being shot, people being attacked, people, weird things happening to them because of fighting people who are extremely angry. Sometimes you just need someone to cool down, then settle the issue. So I go to the door. The lights were off in the sitting room and the dining and the kitchen, everywhere. It was just the bedroom. We had, like, the blue light to give us the vibes for the, you know what I'm saying. So I go to the door and I open, and I'm here. I don't even know why I was pretending, guys. I think at that time I just knew something is wrong. I just knew there's someone who is being lied to. I'd not concluded if it was me or Tankare, but I knew something was missing. There's something that was not, clicking. So I opened the door, and she's so angry. She's slightly huger than me, but I was taller than her, kidogo too, but she was kind of shorter than me, just a little bit. And she's wearing a bonnet, like she's wearing a sweatpants, like she looks like she was wearing a full-on pajama. I can't forget, it was not a sweatpants, it was a full-on pajama, head to toe. So, and she has a bonnet. So she guys, things didn't make sense for me from that point. Let me just share what I remember and what I could coordinate. So she asked me, Tankare is asking me, who are you? I told her I'm Bella. Oh, guys, I told her I'm Bella. And then she asked me, is Miguel here? And I'm like, Miguel, Chain's friend. I know, guys, please don't judge me. Please don't judge me. I'm like, okay, Chain's friend. And she's like, no, I'm asking if Miguel is here. And I'm like, no, we left Miguel at his cousin's place. We were there together, but we left him. Like, I'm here with Chain. And she's like, she instantly, okay, somebody had tipped her off. Hey, Ukamba. Somebody had tipped her off that Miguel and I were in Chain's house together and alone. And we had come from Miguel's cousin's place alone together. Like, Chain was not involved. Later on, I came to find out Chain is the one who snitched on his friend Miguel, which is okay. I don't care. So she tells me, okay, excuse me, I want to drink water. And I'm like, okay. She switched. She switches on the lights, and hell loses its fury. You've heard of this saying that says hell has no fury like a scorned woman. Oh my, Tankare was not having it. She switched on the lights. Remember, Miguel is locking himself in the bedroom, so we are all acting, we are all in a soap opera. So Tankare is like, isn't this Miguel's shoes? She looks at the couch. Aren't those Miguel's clothes? And at that point, I'm like, you know what? It's over. I'm like, no, I'm quiet, because I'm just like, at this point, I think I should go back to my house. What am I even doing here? Yeah? So she shouts and tells me, why are you lying at me? Why are you lying to me? Why are you lying to me? That time I'm freaking out. I'm like, calm down. I honestly don't. I'm as confused as you. Okay? I don't even know who you are. You don't know who I am. Please. She storms. She goes. The Tankare bottles were there, and they were having liquor, guys. What a loss for me that time. I no longer drink. What a loss for me that time. She took the bottles. At that point, I remember even the TV had a crack, like a lot a lot was going on. I was, I felt like I felt like I was watching a movie that I am in it, but I don't even know the storyline. I cannot even make up who I am in that movie, but I just know I'm there. So she throws the bottles after bottle. Miguel, get out! I know you're here. Miguel had no choice because that dog would have been broken down. That girl had strength. She had thrown things up and down. Like things were moving like, I don't know, like, this speed. Like, have you ever had an experience that you literally have to calm down after a whole maybe 1 hour, 2 hours for you to be like, what has happened? That is the situation I was, because I didn't understand. So Miguel comes out and he's been hit, slapped, and he got also agitated, which I came to realize it was so wrong, because he was the villain. He was the wrongdoer, because first of all, he never told me he had a girlfriend. Second, he shouldn't have been cheating on Tankari. Third, to be sincere, it had never crossed me that he had, guys, remember, I was not taking him seriously, so there's nothing much about his life that I cared about. Like, as long as he's vibing me, feeling me, doing all the right things he was doing to me, I was okay. Like, I didn't want any commitments, child. So finding out he had a whole girlfriend. But listen now where the twist is. So they are fighting, guys, let me tell you, her nails even broke. How painful. Just to show you how much angry she was, her nails broke. Like, when I was collecting her nails on the floor, later on, we'll get to that part. But she was shouting, she was pushing him, she was kicking him. Things were being thrown. At that point, I was standing, because I don't want to give the structure of the house for the sake of their privacy or his privacy. I don't even know if they are still together. I don't know. So I stayed at the farthest corner of the house, because I didn't want anything flying just to hit my head, like my pretty face. No, Miguel is not worth my pretty face. He's not, honey. He's not. And I remember, like, a week before that, I had made my nails, so there's no way I could have. No, honey, no. I paid good money for my nails. I always pay good money for my nails. There's no way I'll have my nails plucked out because of Miguel or any other guy. Hell no. Me? Never, ever, ever, ever. So they're there. Miguel is getting defensive. Men have no shame. Miguel is getting defensive. He's like, no, you're not even my girlfriend. Let's call her. I almost said the other girlfriend's name. So apparently, let me call her Lupita. So let's say Lupita, apparently, because probably she was not even the original girlfriend. So Lupita was the original girlfriend, but Lupita was a friend to Tankare. So Tankare stole Miguel from Lupita, and now it was like seeming I am stealing Miguel from Tankare. Like, with that sequence, I understand this guy was not that nice. He was not good, because how do you put women in such a position? Because if I knew he had a girlfriend, I would not have engaged. I know my place in society. I would not have engaged. Nowadays, I don't even give a married man a chance to even utter words. I'll be like, shut up before I embarrass you. Go to your wife. Go wherever you want to, but stay away from me. I'm not cut out for such kind of nonsense. So now this is the part where the sensitivity comes in, which will explain why I had to read my today's story and status, whatever you wanna make my today's post on condoms. So I remember she threw this statement. Tankari was like, I hope you use a condom with her. At that point, I'm like, OMG, guys, do you know HIV is real? I'm so lucky. God loves me, ne? God loves me. HIV is real. STDs are real. Pregnancies are real. Like, this guy, he was not fair. You don't do that. You honestly don't do that. But what can I say? Most men nowadays don't have the audacity. They don't have the decency to be like, you know what, let me wrap up for the sake of my girlfriend. Let me wrap up because of this woman who is standing here in front of me. Let me wrap up for the sake of myself, you know. And that's when you find men saying, oh, she trapped me. Are you mad? Are you insane? Get out of here. Yeah. So it was a whole heated moment. They were pushing each other. Miguel was also getting violent, which turned me off a lot. But at that point I was scared because I couldn't even choose a side, because I feel for the lady, I feel for Tankare, I understand. And I was like, beat him. On the other side I was like, okay, Miguel, did you have to lie to me? Like, I thought we were close enough for you to just tell me I have a girlfriend but I like you. At least give me put me in a position I can choose whether to be your main girlfriend or your side piece. Give me that kind of respect. You know, I thought we had a mutual understanding with that guy until I realized he was also taking me for a fool. So I was quiet throughout. Of course, I was recording videos. Chile, let me tell you, the way I saw that situation, I'm telling you, if Tankare had a gun, she would have shot him and probably shot me. Because the way she was, hi, you know, I know I can get angry to that level, but hers was kind of demonic, because no words would, it's like they're not even listening or hearing each other. It was just the bed, yo guys. So imagine, despite her being the girlfriend, she was kicked out by Miguel. She was called all sort of names. She was told, you have no right. Lupita is the only one who can come and do that to me. And I was like, hey, Kumbi, we are a team. He has a whole football team of women, and I'm sadly part of it. So she didn't want to leave. I remember she had to be pushed out of the door. The security guards had to be called to drag her out, because now it was like Chain's house, and Chain had accepted only me and Miguel to be there, and she was causing chaos. She was breaking things. And so, guys, the guy Miguel came. He was trying to sweep the glasses, the drama. I was helping him, because at that point I wasn't able to say much words. He was also, okay, let's appreciate him for this, or should we not? He was apologizing. He was telling me, I'm sorry for involving you in this. I'm so sorry, please, she doesn't have any right to come here. And I'm like, you know what, keep quiet, let's clean this mess. And that, I think it was around 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. It was like a few hours to morning. It was around 2 to 3 a.m. because we left the cousin's place around past midnight or almost 1 a.m. So I was like, please, just, you know, just shh, let's clean up this mess as we you know, clear our heads. Then he tells me that he wants to go confirm if this lady will carry anything from his house. And I'm like, how does she have access to your house? The house you told me you left the keys at your cousin's place. Tell me, guys, if you were me, you wouldn't have slapped him. I didn't slap him, but I felt like it. But at that point I was too tipsy. I didn't care, guys. I didn't care. Remember, I didn't love this guy. I was just passing time with him, or we were bonding, or we were playing with each other. I don't know. So, you know, I'm just like, me at this point, I don't even need an explanation. All that I have seen is enough explanation. Morning came. Did we continue with our bedroom session? We did. I think we did. Guys, please, don't judge me. But whatever. So morning hour came. He went to his house. He came back and told me the lady has carried almost all his things. At that point, deep down, I'm just like, you deserve it. But at that point, I'm like, oh, sorry. Now what do you want to do about it? I want to, you know, I want to leave. I need to go to the salon. And, you know, I need to unwind from all this drama. Miguel is like, okay, he gave me some cash, and he was like, I'm sorry, I will call you and we'll talk more about this, but for now just know I'm sorry. And I was like, it's okay, I understand. So I took breakfast, I showered, I wore my clothes, took my bag and left. And I was like, I will never ever meet up with this man again, ever, because this is someone who can make you get shot easily, who can make you die, who can make you get poured on acid. Cause so I was like, if Tankare is like this, what about Lupita, the main girlfriend? I was like, hey, me, I'm not going to be part of this warrior team, never. So I deleted his number, I blocked him, and I washed my hands. I was so pissed off, guys. I just didn't have the energy to show it at that time. I could care. At that point I was just like, oh, whatever. Like, I've seen worse with these niggas. There's a time I was also the main girlfriend and I was in the same position as Tankare. Okay, mine didn't even get violent, because you hit me. I have told you guys again and again on this channel, you are the driver of your bus, which is life. You are the driver of your life. So what I did when I left that place, I was like, I'm going to kick this guy out of my bus and drive off. And that is what I did. Even him texting me last week, I was just like, what a disturbance, what a trigger, the audacity. I blocked him. He never found a way to reach out to me. Because I didn't block him on what? Where? Let me not give too much details, because we still have some mutual friends, honey. I don't want trouble. So yeah, that's how things ended. I never followed up on the story. I just didn't care. I was like, this is a sign from God. I better listen. Let me share a few things I learned from that experience. Number one would be, please don't get into a relationship or a sexual relationship with someone out of loneliness or desperation or anything that is not positive oriented, because you are bound to make the wrong decisions. Because if I was in my normal state, remember, I was trying to heal from that ex, not a heartbreak. That guy didn't heartbreak me. I've been heartbroken before, but that guy didn't heartbreak. It was just a moment of, disappointment, recovering from the disorientation he had brought to my life. Because I'm telling you guys, I had to move out of him. I had to move out of home because of him. So it was a lot for me. So you see, having all those things going on, I wasn't able to make the right judgment. To just sit down and be like, this guy's story, Miguel's story, is not making sense. It's not. It wasn't. Please use a condom. A condom is, I think, 50 shillings or at most 100 bob. That can save you a lot, guys. That can save you a lot. I can tell you, after that experience, I was having very, very intrusive negative thoughts about my health. I was like, I need to go get tested. I need to ensure this guy didn't infect me with anything. Because, guys, I know, moving around these streets is fun and everything, but you need to be careful. Please put your health first. Use a condom. It will not cost you anything. Okay? Just use a condom. Please. Because you never know. You just never know. The other thing is, please don't try your best not to engage in sexual relationships with colleagues, schoolmates, classmates, neighbors. Actually, let me tell you, since then, moving to the complex apartment I'm living in right now, I don't even look at my neighbors, no matter how cute they are, twice. I'm just like, you know what, let me choose my peace. Even church mates, please avoid, because if shit hits the fan, your healing process will be very hard, because that person is in your environment. Tell me. Other two lessons I can say I've learned is, if a man cheats on you, If a man cheats with you, he can cheat on you. If a man cheats with you, he can cheat on you. Take this to the bank, mama. If you think I'm joking, continue playing those games you want to play. You will see fire. You will see flames. You will see dust. The last one is a man ends a relationship with his actions. Please don't ever expect a man will come and tell you, please let us break up. Some do. Let me not disqualify that. Some do, but most of them don't. Most of them, they use actions, because I know by the time the Tanqueray was reaching that point that she was reaching of almost going insane, because guys, I was thinking this lady will get arrested or something. I was seeing the police getting involved here because it was too much. It was literally too much. She could have actually killed this guy, or this guy could have actually killed her, and it would have been a very big situation, because you know, when it comes to the police, they don't care about what caused a crime. They just care the crime happened, and they will have you arrested, and they will have you jailed. It's a whole mess. So please avoid. So I know by the time this lady reached that point, it's because this guy had done so many other things for her to reach that point. And that's why I'm telling you, mama, please move on. Please don't allow him to get to that point. Just let go and believe God will bring someone else to your life who is going to show you the love you want to be shown, show you the kindness you need to be shown, show the respect you need to be shown, because that girl was so disrespected. The way she was kicked out of that place, she was like a dog. She was kicked out like a dog. Like there was no form of respect at any point. Because I was actually putting myself in her shoes, and I was like, if this guy treated me like this, leave breaking the television. I'm telling you, the windows, the bulb, yani. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for bearing with this voice of mine. Let's hope and pray that I get well. I'm going to drink some warm lemon tea right now, and yeah, please share, please comment, please subscribe, and please know sina ubaya, sina. Adios. Always do your best, and God will do the rest. Bye.